Good afternoon, Justice Warriors. How are you guys? It's Thursday. It's March 16th. It's almost 2:30 in the afternoon. So I'm finally getting my Cliff Notes done from yesterday's live. I did my live this morning, and then I think I'll be able to get caught up with doing the notes from today's live this evening, get everything up and running, and then be back on track for tomorrow, for Friday, so we can start fresh with the weekend and all that jazz. So, a couple of things I spoke about in yesterday's live, which I think were both key points for living healthy: inspiration and discipline. So, I find it imperative to surround myself with people that inspire me and things that inspire me, and basically just whatever it is that inspires me: music, delicious food, fresh air, sunshine, whatever I find inspiration is in for me in the moment, I find it essential to just keep that close and live with inspiration every day that I can, because life can be challenging. So you got to prepare for the worst. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. It's, I think, a Boy Scout thing. It's what I always say anyway. So, as far as disciplining your children, it can be a very controversial issue. There's people that believe in spanking, people that don't believe in spanking. And really, I think what's more important is just that you have a set of disciplinary rules for your children. Children require that. They need that. They need to know the limits. They need to know the consequences for their actions. And it came up in the context of, what if your son was somebody like Brian Laundrie? What if you were in a position like Roberta Laundrie? How would you handle it? Would you love your son so much that you'd protect him from everything and hide him and help him run away from his problems? Or would you encourage him to be a man, be honest, face his fears, and confess to the truth, repent for his sins, and try to learn from his mistakes? What would you do? So, to me, it's an easy answer. I've always thought, no matter what my children did, that of course I would love them just without a doubt, absolutely, unconditionally, no matter what they did. And in loving them, I would want them to always do the right thing. There's just no way around it. So, a couple other quick notes from yesterday. Everything I say is always my opinion. It's simply for the sake of conversation, hoping to have an intelligent discussion with my people, and I hope to learn something. So, I hope that my videos that I make specifically for YouTube, which is an entertainment platform, but I hope that more than anything, they're educational. And I'm sorry, I've been having all this problems with McAfee. Don't ever get them. I've never had them, but they are like spamming the hell out of me. Like, that's a good advertisement, right? Anyway, so trying to get that taken care of, which is one of the reasons why I'm behind on my clip notes. And I don't think that there's too much that I wanted to put in this one other than what I just said. I do want to give a big shout out to Dana, aka Squirrely Burger. She was my viewer that recommended, when comparing the two voices from that video that I keep talking about, the one of the blank computer screen that's made with a cell phone, and you can just kind of see the outline of somebody who looks like it could be the criminal defendant, but it's probably not. It's probably a fake, right? When comparing that voice to the voice of a 007 content creator, you can speed up the one that's the cell phone video to 1.25, or you can slow down that James Bond content creator to 0.75. Not both, but one or the other. And it should be an easier way to see if you think that they're a match or just to compare them. Somebody, which one of my brilliant commenters was it who brought up military training crows for years? So this whole thing about the crows, the murder of crows on the house, and the dude from the Blue Sky Realty called 911. I don't know about all that. I guess it was a J is for Justice video, and I trust J is for Justice. That girl does her homework, but I listened to it and it doesn't say the address, I don't think, did it? It didn't even say the street, but maybe that was just redacted. Maybe that's in there. I don't know. Anyway, it's an interesting thought. Totally makes me think of Hitchcock. Pretty wild. The Birds. If you haven't seen it, you probably want to. It's kind of like Psycho. It's one of the classics. Vertigo. Um, and what else? What else? What else? The fine line between psycho and psychic. It's true, a very fine line. Um, one last thing. The zombie traps. Yes, I wanted to mention the zombie traps. And please hit that like, share, and subscribe if you feel so inspired. And this stupid McAfee, no one's ever gonna want you. You're the worst. What's going on? Is it still recording? Oh my goodness, it is. It's still recording. I thought I lost you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Zombie traps, squirrels on fire. Shanda is so funny talking about the brain matter that was on top of a dumpster outside of the Sigma Chi fraternity on the same night as the brutal, gruesome quadruple unaliving. And again, the shout out goes to J is for Justice, who got that in a dump of 911 calls. So that call came in on November 15th. I spoke about it yesterday, and the father saw the brain matter on top of the dumpster outside of Sigma Chi. Um, on Saturday, November 12th, Sunday morning, November 13th. So that night, this exact same night as the horrible, horrible, unfortunate tragedy. Um, and so we were talking about like what could that be? Like shouldn't that have been investigated even if it was not there anymore? Shouldn't law enforcement gone and talked to the people around there to see if they saw it, if they knew anything about it, like what was up with that? Because that could be some kind of animal cruelty. It's definitely hazardous material, you guys. That's not something just to say, oh, it was probably nothing. It was probably just a brain. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Water under the bridge. Yesterday's news. No, that should be looked into. But when I asked, what do you think it was to the group, good old Shanda, Squirrels on Fire, said, zombie traps. Which, yeah, that's right. It definitely would be zombie traps because, you gotta have your zombie traps. How else are you gonna capture them? So I'm gonna go ahead and sign this one off so I can get on to the final one for today. If I have a hat trick of 3 videos for today, then I'll be keeping up with Mr. Harsh, my goal in life, right? As I always like to remind myself and all my viewers whenever I am signing off and saying goodbye for now, I always want to remind me and you to drink our water, eat our veggies, high produce and high protein diet, and just be the best that you can be. Feel the best that you can every day. Exercise, get fresh air, get sunshine. Feeling productive is such an essential part of health and well being. And also relaxing and not defining yourself off of your productivity level. If you have an unproductive day, that's fine. That's life. You're what's important, not what you contribute to other people. right? You are what's important. So take care of yourself, be kind, make sure people are kind to you, and just always trust your gut, trust your instinct, trust your intuition, respect it. Respect your animal basic instinct because that is what will get you through. Absolutely. From one of my favorite books in the world called The Gift of Fear, Gavin de Becker. If you haven't read it, you might want to. It is essential for safety and self protection, self preservation, and predicting the unpredictable, really. So, on that, I'm going to say peace out, sending you light, sending you love. I always appreciate my viewers so much. So, thank you for watching if you're new, and if you're not new, thank you even more. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.